Shalom, brother Tazza Bashar, coming back with a lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai. First off, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS for teaching us this truth. Peace and salutations to the elect out there that's pushing his word and sincerity and the truth all over the four corners of the earth. So, like I said, I was gonna make build further on the previous lesson that I did, which was the portion of Jacob. If you haven't seen it, you can check it out. That the portion of Jacob is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. That's our portion. We are not like those heathens that have that don't have Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Because like we know, the Most High doesn't deal with these heathens, man. The Most High doesn't deal with these Moabites, these Chinese, these Edomites, these so-called white people, Hamites, Ishmaelites, real Africans, and Arabs and stuff, Amalekites, these fake Jews, the Most High is not dealing with them. So to build further upon that, these heathens knew about our customs, man. They knew that we had customs that were peculiar, customs that were unlike what they have, unlike what they are following, and that shows you, man, that the reason that we have these customs that are not like theirs is because the Most High has set us close to Him. So we got the most perfect ways, the most just ways, only because we are close to the Heavenly Father, man. We are the saints. And if you go into the word saint, I have it right here. In the Bible dictionary. Bear with me for a minute so I can grab it. The word saint. It says the word saint. The word is a translation of a Greek word, also rendered holy, So the word there is Santa. Santa is holy, But to go further than that, it says the fundamental idea being that of consecration or separation. So we are a separation from what? From these heathens, man. We are separated from them. When the Most High created us and put the veil around us to take care of us, He separated us from these heathens, man. From their customs, from their ways, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai brought us in and became our Father, man. So we are the saints. We are a separated people. Separated for what? It says separation for a sacred purpose. So that's basically what the word saint stands for, man. We are separated. So we are not like these heathens, We are different. And the heathens themselves, they know that, man. They see that. So the name of this video is gonna be Most Just Laws, Going into that we are, because we are close, we have these ways that are basically perfect, man. And the heathens know it. This is Esther chapter 16 verse 15. But we find that the Jews whom this wicked wretch had delivered to utter destruction are no evildoers. This is the heathen speaking. But live by most just laws. So even the heathens know that we live by most just laws, man. Even the heathens know that we live by ways that are basically perfect, man. You don't have to add nothing to it. You don't have to take away nothing, man. We live by just laws, and that they be children of the Most High, and the Most High living, and the Most Mighty living power, who had ordered the kingdom both unto us and to our progenitors in the most excellent manner. So here you see these heathens even know that the power that we believe in is the most mighty power. But still they believe in other powers, you know, they're fake gods. But the point is, they say like, hey, they live by most just laws, man. The laws that they have are just. Their laws that they have is righteous. And if you look at the laws of the so-called white man, it's different, man. Because how are you gonna put away a killer, someone that murdered someone, cold-blooded, or murdered multiple people? How are you gonna put him in a prison, leave him there for the rest of his life, man? That's not a just law. That's not justice. That man's supposed to be put to death, man. You know, that's just. Put the man to death. Take his life away, man. That's just, man. You know? Bestiality, put them to death. And also the beast, man. You know, because it's defiled. You can have a beast among the people that has been defiled by a man, you know, or a woman, because nowadays, you know, these women having sex with animals too, man. The law of the Most High Yahweh says put them both to death. You know, those things are just. But the so-called white man ain't looking at that, man. In the law of the so-called white man, you got people in Denmark having sex with animals is legal. In Germany, I believe it was Germany, you have a farm with animals that you can have sex with, man. Just like going to the hookers here in Holland, you know, red light district. You know, instead of females, you see beasts, man. You see animals, you know. So, that's not just, man. That's not a just law, you know. So, yeah, like I was saying, their ways are not right, man. You know, they don't have laws like us that are righteous in every manner, man. You know, even, you know, which is a sensitive, subject for a lot of Israelites. You know, the law concerning rape, man. You know, even with that, you have just ways to handle. If a man rapes a woman, he should pay the father money, man. I believe it was 50 shekels of gold, of silver. That was not a low price. So that shows you, man wouldn't do that randomly in the streets, because you had to pay that, man. You know? So that was a righteous thing. Those laws are set up righteous, so things would turn out to be good. You wouldn't leave wicked amongst the people, man. Wicked people, you wouldn't leave them there, because there would be a judgment to the things that you would do, man. You know. But yeah, even like I said, even the heathens knew that. So this is Esther, chapter 13, verse 4. Let me start at verse 4. So this is Esther 13 and 4. Declared unto us that in all nations throughout the world there was scattered a certain malicious people, speaking about us, you know, these heathens, speaking about us, that we are a certain malicious people that had laws contrary to all nations. So even the heathens say that their laws are different than us, man. It's contrary to all the nations, because we live by righteous laws, man. You know, we're supposed to live by righteous laws. Let me put it like that, because Jake ain't following the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. You know, the Most High be bringing prophets out there, man to speak, you know, man being the Most High's mouthpiece. But these heathens, they don't listen, man. They didn't listen, and they still don't listen, man. You know, and when I'm saying the heathen, I mean our people acting like heathen. And that's how the Bible describes them too, man. You know, strangers, heathen, Gentiles, you know, which is hard to be understood by certain people that don't understand that the Gentiles most of the time, the Gentiles in the New Testament is speaking about our own people, man. You know, what do you think that in the ancient days we knew about Rasta? Rasta was not good. We knew about that. So we knew that that was a Elam custom. You know, a custom of the Elamites, the Indian people. You know, if Israelites would see a guy walking around with Rasta, we would be like, what you doing, man? You look like a damn heathen, man. You're a damn heathen, man. What you doing? You know, that same way they are being put in the New Testament. You know, but that's another topic. But even you got this Bible dictionary. And even there, if you look up the word Gentile, it says often referred in the New Testament to Israelite foreigners. You know, Israelites that grew up with heathen customs and that lived among the heathen. So, to continue in Esther chapter 13 and 4, declare unto us that in all nations throughout the world there was scattered a certain malicious people that had laws contrary to all nations, and continually despised the commandments of kings, so as the uniting of our kingdoms honorably intended by us cannot go forward. Exactly, because many times these heathen kingdoms try to unite everyone, try to bring everyone to one law, which basically Israel went against, man. Israel went against those laws because we didn't listen to those laws, man. We had our own laws, man. We ain't gonna listen to the laws of your kings, of your kingdoms. You know, we have our laws, man, and they are just. So, because we was the nation that didn't listen to them, that new world order that they tried to set up never worked, man. You know. And you can read about that when the so-called white man tried that during the time of Antiochus Epiphanes. This is First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote this to his whole kingdom, that all should be one people, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. You know, so the heavenly Father put the Spirit upon Antiochus Epiphanes to push this new world order, this one world religion. You know, this one law. For the whole nation, for the whole kingdom, for all these different nationalities, you know. And he commanded that everyone should leave his own laws that he learned, that he grew up with. So it says, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. You know, and then in this moment of time, it says, verse 43, yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. You know, but it says many, you know, so not everyone. Because during the time of Judas Maccabeus, you had revolters, man. People that rather died than following these Greek customs. But of course, you had wicked Israelites among them that followed the ways, man. But because not everyone of us basically consented to their laws, it never became complete. It never happened that everyone was following their ways, the ways of the heathen, and we came to one law, because we have our law, like I said, you know, a just law. So back in Esther chapter 13, verse 4, declared unto us that in all nations throughout the world there was scattered a certain malicious people that had laws contrary to all nations, and continually despise the commandments of kings. So all the uniting of our kingdoms, honorably intended by us, cannot go forward, because we was never united, man, and we was never meant to unite. What did the Most High do with the Tower of Babel, man? When so-called all the nations came together to unite and be one, the Most High broke down that whole thing, man. He separated the people. He gave the people different languages, you know, so they couldn't commune with each other. We was never created to come together, man. The nations were created to be separate. And when Yahushua is coming back, he's coming to do that again, man. He's coming to do that again. Because, of course, the so-called white man is exactly trying to do what they was trying to do in the time that Antiochus Epiphanes ruled, man. You know? So this is Matthew chapter 25 and 31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory, and before him shall be gathered all nations. So Yahushua is going to gather all nations and bring them together. And what is he going to do? He's going to bring them together, but what he's going to do then? And he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divided his sheep from the goats. Exactly. So when Yahushua is coming back, he's going to separate everyone in the right order, man. You know, he's going to separate the sheep from the goat. The Israelites from the heathen, man, and the heathen from amongst each other. Ishmaelites there, Moabites there, Edomites there, you know, and so forth and so on, man. Because this thing is about unity amongst Israel, man. You know, but not unity amongst nations. There ain't no such thing as that. You know. Yeah, reading on, verse 33. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, and the goat on the left. You know, then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come ye, blessed of my father. So the sheep are going to be put on the right hand. You know, the Israelites. Because it said, and he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on his left. Verse 34. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come ye, blessed of my father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Because this whole world was created for the Israelites, man, to rule in. Like it says, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the for you from the foundation of the world. So from the moment that this earth was created, it was created for the Israelites to rule in, man. You know, but due to the curses, due to the things that happened, due to our iniquities, that stopped, man. Because we didn't follow the just laws that the Heavenly Father has given to us, man, and only to us. You know? So, Matthew chapter 13, verse 49. Says, no. Let me not go into that. I'm gonna just go back to Esther, Esther. Esther chapter 13, verse 5. You know, so because we didn't come together, we didn't follow their commandments, they never, it never turned into one law amongst other nations. Verse 5. Seeing, then we understand that this people alone is continually in opposition unto all men, differing in the strange manner of their laws. Exactly. And the reason that we differ in their eyes in a strange manner is because we have the Most High nigh unto us, man. We have the Most High, we are close unto the Most High. You know, so the further you get from the Most High, the more different and the more strange you're gonna look at the people that are close to the Most High. You know, in your eyes, we being the Israelites, look as an abomination, concerning the righteous things that we do. But the just, like the scripture says, the just are gonna look at you like, hey man, what y'all doing is wicked, man. Like the scriptures say in Proverbs 29 and 27. And it says, an unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way is an abomination to the wicked. Exactly, because they are doing wickedly, man. They are doing wicked things. So, and they are so far from the Heavenly Father that they look at the just, that try to do the just thing, that follow just laws. They look at them as being an abomination, man. Because we don't want to consent unto their law, because we don't want to have a unity with all the nations, you know. These heathens, especially the Edomites, the way we looked at them was that we wouldn't even let them sit with the dogs, man. This is Job chapter 30 verse 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have sit with the dogs of my flock. So if we wouldn't even let our dogs sit with them, with these heathens, with these so-called white people, if we wouldn't even let them sit with our dogs, how you think we gonna sit with them? How you think that we Israelites are gonna sit with them, man? The rod of the Heavenly Father's inheritance. We ain't gonna sit with them. We don't even let our dogs sit with them, man. Because you know what the so-called white man does when you let them come close to your dog, man? They're gonna fuck him, man. Whether it's a male or a female dog. Filthy ass beast, man. So back in Esther 13 and 5, seeing then we understand that this people alone is continually in opposition unto all men. Exactly, because we live by these just laws. And they don't have the laws of Yahweh Shem Shai. You know? Deferring in strange manner of their laws, an evil effect to our state, working all the mischief they can, that our kingdom may not be firmly established in a way that we follow their ways. That was never gonna happen, man. You know, we have our ways, you know.